Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to That to Shoot, a weekly episode show. We'll talk about what's going on in the world of professional wrestling. This week, we're going to talk about the 5 wrestling tropes that need to go away. Now, I put forever, but they're not going to go away forever. But at the very least, needs to be stopped being used as a crutch. And so we got 5. I know you looked at the thumbnail and you're wondering, well, what are some of these tropes mean? I'll explain to you those when I get to each one. And also, there's only 4 in the picture, and there's not 5. I couldn't find the 5th one, the 5th trope that is, it's very hard to find a picture of that. So, that being said, let's go ahead and let's get started with trope number 1. Now, the first one, represented by the Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon picture, are heel authority figures / commentators. So, listen, the heel authority figure was just been played out. And, Vince McMahon became maybe the greatest heel in all of professional wrestling. During the Attitude Era. And once that ran its course, anything after that has been just, it's not been good. To be honest, the Authority and Eric Bischoff being one, and then Stephanie McMahon was one at one time. John Laurinaitis in People Power. There are no heel authority figures right now in WWE. They have one in TNA, Daya Ray, who was the Sonya Deville in WWE. She is a heel authority figure. And it's just totally played out. I mean, so you want to have authority figures. I get that, and authority figures can be kind of both ways. They don't necessarily have to be fully babyface, but they don't necessarily have to be, they definitely don't need to be a heel one. But they're always trying to screw over a babyface. Just be neutral. Do what you came there to do. And so I think that's one of the things that I really think that needs to stop happening. And heel commentators. And they're still around here. Again, they're not fully heel, but they do a lot of things. Like when you're talking to like Corey Graves and Wade Barrett, like they are always seemingly on the heel side in some form or fashion, until Corey Graves goes to commentator, and then all of a sudden he becomes the babyface. Yeah, I don't think you need to be a heel commentator. When Jerry Lawler's been he's one of the all-time greats, and again, his run as a heel commentator for Monday Night Raw was tremendous. But but the King was best during his last run with JR and then with Michael Cole, when he wasn't a heel, when he was just when he was just being himself and being a babyface, right? And again, I think just like with the authority figure, you don't necessarily have to be full babyface. Like if Corey Graves and Wade Barrett wanted to explain why someone cheated to win, or why somebody, that's okay. In fact, over time, Michael Cole has done that himself, where he's talked about like in a tag match when the heels would get a babyface in the corner, and one of the heels would be distracting the ref with going after the other babyface, and the babyface the heel would have the other babyface in the corner choking him or something like that. That's his good strategy. It's not the fairest thing, but it's a good strategy. You can do that. So I think having somebody being a heel authority figure and a heel commentator is just really played out in 2026. You don't need it. You really don't need it. You can be down the line, 50-50. And see it, call it down the middle, and still like giving things out, and you can also still praise the heel. Yeah, somebody like Gunther, you can say Gunther is just a wrestling machine. He has, one of the best wrestlers in our business today. He locks in that sleeper. You're going night if you don't tap out. You can say that, and then when Gunther kicks a car door under Cody's head, you can say, "What the hell was that for?" He didn't have to do that. I know he was upset and he felt like he got screwed, but that was not a great thing to do by Gunther there. You can have it both ways. So that's number one. Heel commentators and authority figures need to go. 2, contract signing brawls, which is by the picture of the down in the lower right hand corner, I believe. It's Brock and Oba's contract for the WrestleMania. For the WrestleMania match, and they're all going crazy. These are just passe. I mean, we all know what is coming. When a contract signing doesn't end with fisticuffs, it's actually a surprise nowadays. And actually, it shouldn't be. And actually, you can maybe even say that contract signings should rarely be on television. Maybe for an extreme, once in a lifetime match. Maybe for like the WrestleMania main event. If you want to get CM Punk and Roman Reigns in a ring for a contract signing, fine. And even if there's some type of physicality doing that, that's fine. If that's the only one you see in the year. But we get a contract signing almost once a month between Raw and SmackDown and NXT. It's like a contract signing almost once a month. And again, it always ends up with some kind of physicality. We saw NXT, the contract signing ended up with a fireball in Tony D's face. So, listen. I really do think that they are totally played out. The contract signing brawl and actually the contract signing. I could have just said that. I should probably just encompass it all into one. But I put the contract signing brawls because really it's insane, and it's a trope that is dying and needs to be stopped in 2026. So the one I couldn't find a picture of is the heel ruining the #1 contenders match between two baby faces, or babyface and the heel, whatever. Thinking that, oh well, if there's no #1 contender, I don't have to defend my title. No, it's gonna be made into a triple threat match. It's so passe. Now, that being said, it hasn't really been done in a while. I think the last time it was done, Dominic Mysterio did it when he was the Intercontinental Champion. But you haven't seen it in a while, so that's good. But I just know that they're coming up with. I kind of thought that's what's going to happen with Sami Zayn. I thought Sami Zayn was going to ruin the Jey Uso Cody Rhodes match, and that was going to end up being a triple threat match at SummerSlam. But they went a whole total another direction with that, which I'm totally fine. I am pleased with how they've done that whole situation over there. But yeah, it's insane. I don't think it makes too much sense. It makes the heel look kind of. It makes him look kind of dumb. And I'm not one to say that. I think in the wrestling world, you can have the psychology, and you can figure out like the psychology of everything that is done by a wrestler. Okay, that makes sense, and actually it does make sense. But again, maybe just like the contract signing, it's done way too often. It's done way too often. So yeah, let's get rid of that, shall we? The heel ruining the number one contenders match, and then having it turned into a three-way. I think we can do better. So, not really my type. A wrestling trope needing to go away forever in 2026. The Yay Boo spot. Now this is represented by the CM Punk, Seth Rollins kind of fighting I have up there. Now, in case you don't know, I think everybody should know, but in case what you don't know, is that part of the match where they get up all tired, and then the heel hits the babyface, and the crowd goes boo, and then the babyface sells, act like he almost can't fight back, and then he goes back up and hits the heel, and the crowd goes yay. We've seen variations of this over time with some of how the crowd has felt about sometimes. I think at one time, I think maybe doing that John Cena Roman Reigns match from No Mercy, almost 10 years ago. I think they did a Yay Boo spot and the crowd went boo, boo, boo. And that may have happened in WrestleMania 34 match as well with in the main event, Brock and Roman. So, and we sometimes get the baby faces. Yeah. But it's done over way too much. There's no need for the Yay Boo stuff. I think especially in a short match, right? If you get like a 13-minute match, and around the 6-minute mark, you're trying to do a Yay Boo spot, come on now. You don't need to do this. And we don't need to do it a lot. So, yeah, I'm gonna say the Yay Boo spot done way too much. It's a trope that is a crutch and really needs to be used sparingly. Again, maybe a big time match. If you might see one tonight on SmackDown. A Yay Boo spot between somebody in the ring. You might see that tonight. For me, that Yay Boo spot should be reserved for like Brock Lesnar and Open Family Hell in a Cell. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. I'm kind of thinking that it's a lot of people think it might be a short one. I don't think. I think this could be. Now, if it is short, I wouldn't be surprised. But I also think this could be a 30-minute one. And I think it'd be a 30-minute one. Both guys are bleeding, because they're trying. Triple H wants the Hell in a Cell to be like the biggest thing again, and we saw that with Punk and Drew, and I think we can see that with Brock and Oba. So, but yeah, Brock and Oba deserves the Yay Boo spot. So, but not tonight's match. Rey Fenix versus El Hijo de Vikingo. So yeah, the Yay Boo spot overused and overdone in professional wrestling. Now, this last one represented by the Becky Lynch picture is the You People promo. And that's the promo when after a heel turn and everybody wants to know why, and the heel comes out with "you people made me do it" or whatever, or "you people this" or "you people that." You people turned your back on me. Now, I will say this. I don't believe we've had a "you people" promo in a long time. Maybe when Drew McIntyre first turned heel, there was kind of a "you people" promo for that. I can't remember, but I don't think we've had one. I don't think we've had a "you people" promo for a long time because there's no need for it. You can be able to find a reason why a babyface would turn heel, and it's better. It's more or less than the fans. You turn your back on me or whatever like that. No, it can be a better way. Now it can be a part of it, but that shouldn't be the only reason, right? Like for instance, let's talk about Sami Zayn, who's right now he's he's he's, he's kind of a tweener. But it's Sami Zayn wanted to come out and say, you know, if for instance, like, I don't know what's happening tonight on SmackDown, right? I don't know if Punk's gonna be there or anything like that. But let's just say maybe if Punk was there and Sami Zayn, who I am surprised that they hadn't really fully turned him heel. And it's actually just another report that did not come true. There's been a lot of reports that have been reported by the online critics. I don't want to call them the dirt sheets because I don't think that might be a little disrespectful, but by some of the people online who would say, "Hey, Sami Zayn is doing a double turn. We're getting Seth and Roman at SummerSlam," which we are. They were right about that. And all these other things, but you know, he hasn't really fully still turned the heel. He's doing the tweener thing. For my ride or dies, who's ready from your day one, this is for you and everything like that. But if he would really truly turn fully heel tonight on CM Punk, if he would be on the show, turn fully heel. What I don't want is for next week for him to come out and say, "I buried CM Punk because after he beat me when he didn't have a legitimate, you know, chance, when he didn't deserve a title shot, he beat me in Chicago, and the Chicago people, and the people online, and all you cheered him. You came out here last week on SmackDown, and you gave him a 'you deserve it' chant. You can go to hell. No, don't do that. Don't say that's the reason why I did CM. No, the reason why you did CM Punk is because you thought you did him dirty. And the fact that you guys, the fact that he was cheered for it, broke my heart. Something like that. But it ain't gotta be a "you people" promo. So that's just a special. But like I said, they haven't done a "you people" promo in a while. Again, I think so. That's good. I do think that's one of the things that Triple H doesn't get a lot of credit for it. He did try to stop some of the things that Vince would trope on, but he still has his tropes as well. One of them is the hooded figure with the face mask and everything, the black hoodie and everything like that. So that's one of his tropes. I may come back in another year and do another 5 tropes, and that may be on it if we get more black hoodies. But Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, the You People promo. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Alright, y'all. So those were the 5 wrestling tropes that need to go away forever. The Yay Boo spot, the You People promo, the heel authority figure / commentator, the contract signing and the brawls that go with it. You know, and the heel ruining the match so that the title match becomes a 3-way. Those are the 5 wrestling tropes that need to go away. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. If there are any tropes you think that I missed that deserve to be on this list more than any of those, put them down in the comment section. Let a brother know. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy, AJTRIP, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.